So we're going to start with our warm-up, nice and light on our toes. Start jogging, get these arms going, heels flicking, perfect, nice, light bounce. So just like every session, we start with our warm-up, we're going to stretch, but in this video, we're going to cover the first steps to self-defense. Moving on to star jumps. Let's touch our fingers at the top. Still bouncing nice and light on our toes. Good work. Excellent, excellent. Back to jogging now. Still breathing. Nice slow deep breaths. Back to star jumps. That's it, fingers touching at the top. Back to jogging. So today's video is another session that you can do anywhere in your house. I'm in my garden today. You could be in your living room, bedroom, bathroom, wherever you find comfortable. You can do this by yourself. You can get the whole family involved, have everyone participating. It's all gonna be fun today. It's all gonna be fun. All right, let's pick up the pace. Star jumps. Touching our fingers at the top. Quicker sprint now. Arms going. That's it, good. Pick up the pace slightly. Last 30 seconds coming up. Star jumps. "20-second sprint. Let's go. Let's push forward, not backwards, pushing forward. 100-meter sprint, last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Slow deep breaths. Let's get our hands up, opening our lungs. In through our nose, out through our mouth. Still keeping that body moving. So no sitting down, no standing still. Waking this body up. So we're about to do some work. We're about to get busy. All right, let's get 3 slow deep breaths in. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Last one. And now. Excellent. Feet shoulder width apart. Let's relax our body, start rotating our neck. Nice, slow rotation. And change directions. Good, relax those shoulders. That's it, shoulders nice and relaxed. Still breathing. Good, let's get these shoulders rotating now. Up and round, backwards. Excellent, that's perfect. That's perfect. Good. And forward. That's perfect, that's it. Keep it moving, just like that. One arm in front of your face. Grab the other hand. We're gonna bring our arm, try and get our shoulder underneath our chin. One hand at the back of the tricep, the back of the muscle there. Really nice and squeeze it. Good. Squeeze it nice and tight. Shake it out slightly. Moving on to the other arm. Good. So get the other arm nice and high. Shoulders. Get this hand at the back of the arm there. Bring this elbow down and push. Push. If you find it's quite easy with the stretch, move your arm along down to the forearm and squeeze it even more. So that's it. So you can move your arm further down, keep that arm straight and pull nice and tight. You feel that stretch all the way to the back of your shoulders. Perfect. When I do it, I kind of imagine I'm reaching for something, stretching for something. Now behind your back, we're going to try and reach the middle of your back. We're going to aim to get one hand down into the middle of the back. Use the other hand to help yourself push it all the way down. You want to aim, really try and get for the middle of the back. Don't be too polite with your stretch, but also you don't want to overdo it. So you go until you feel a bit of a stretch and hold it. Change arms. Good. That's perfect. That's what I like to see. Excellent. Excellent. Not too polite. There we go. Good. All right. Relax. Feet still shoulder width apart. We're going to slowly go down. Run your hands down both your legs to the back of your ankles, leading with your chest. Good. So you want to get to the point where you are holding the back of your ankle like so on both legs. The further you can go, the better. But remember, lead with your chest, not your head. So you want your chest to get as close to your knees as possible. Each day that you train with us, the stronger you will get, the deeper you'll be able to stretch. That's it, that's perfect. Hold that position. Good, really making sure there's no bend in the knees. All right, let's open it up nice and wide. Same again, but this time we're gonna go try and get these palms on the floor, or try and go as low as you can. And again, leading with your chest, not your head. Try not to bounce. You really want to just get your fingers out straight. Try and get your palms to the ground. No bouncing. Slow deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth as we're going lower into the stretch. Perfect. Now we're going to take one of our feet, we're going to face this way. We're going to make sure your opposite foot is still facing me. You're going to lean in to this stretch. You're going to make sure that your knee is not over your toes. You don't want this to put too much strain on your knee. You want a nice angle where your knee is before your toes. Excellent. Just like that. Perfect. Then you're going to take one hand down and you're going to make sure that one hand is on the inside. Swap hands for me. On the inside of your leg. Perfect. That is what you're looking for, that position right there. Good. Then you're going to bring this hand up to the sky. Excellent. Perfect position. All right, switch hands now. So right hand down, left hand up to the sky. Perfect. This is an excellent stretch. Excellent stretch. Both hands down on the inside of your leg now. Hold that position, still breathing. Good, now we're going to bring it up. Slowly walk it over to the other side. This foot will be facing you. This foot nice and straight, facing the front. He's going to take his hand on the inside of his leg, bringing it down with the opposite hand up. That's perfect. Again, he's still breathing. He's just going to adjust to make sure his knee is not over his toes. So you want to bring this leg up further. That's perfect. Switch hands now. Still breathing. Excellent work. Don't worry if you're a little bit wobbly. That's all part of the training. Still breathing. Don't hold your breath. You want to make sure that you're breathing. Both hands down. All right, let's challenge him. Let's see if we can get both forearms down. All right, forearms onto the ground now. Ah, he's a show off. He's a show off. All right, so moving on now. Shake it out. holding our ankles together, knees together. Balance, chest out. Remember, if you're feeling a bit wobbly, hold your air, focus on one point. Change legs. Perfect. Knees to your chest. That's it. Really use our arms here. Still chest out, shoulders back. Rotate our ankles. Change leg. And time. All right, so this will be your time to grab a quick sip. If you need to dry your brow and stuff like that, grab a towel, dry your brow, and then we're going to start in about 30 seconds. Ready? Sure? All right. Still got 20 seconds. All right, so if you're ready, if not, just listen out to my voice while you're getting ready. So, the first base to self-defense, where we're going to start is working with our footwork and our guard. We're going to start off with what we call a stance. So depending on which hand you write with or which hand you throw with, your most dominant hand, that's the side that we're going to keep behind. So Jeremiah here, he's right-handed. So he's going to keep his right side behind with his front side, which is his left side, forward. So what I want you to do to start off with is you're going to start by stepping forward with your weaker side and having your dominant side back with a nice gap between your legs. How I like to think about it is if you're going to get nutmegged by a ball or you're standing with a skateboard in between your legs. So you're not too wide to the point where your legs are like so, but you've got a nice solid base, slight bend in your knees. If someone was to come and wobble you, you've got a nice solid base. So this is called your stance. Now we're going to move on to the guard. How we're going to start, you're going to hold both hands in front of you like so. You're going to curl your fingers, close it with the thumb. You're going to relax them down beside you. So relax your hands down beside you. You're going to bring your elbows up. And as you bring your elbows up and your elbows tucked in, you're going to have your knuckles about up to your eyes. You're going to have your chin down. So chin down, hands up, nice strong stance with the legs. This is called your guard. So if I say guard up, I want you to fix your feet and fix your arms at the same time. So relax. Relax into your normal standing position as if you're walking down the road. And if I say guard up, nice fixed, strong position. Again, relax, guard up. So this is just the first base. You need to be ready, you need to be on guard. You're nice and solid. You're not tense, shoulders relaxed, elbows tucked in, nice solid base with your feet. Now we're going to move on to movement. Just like how we would on the road, traveling forward or traveling back, we're going to start off with just one step at a time. Very simple. You're nice and tight with your guard. When I say forward, you're going to lead with your front leg first. You're going to take a step and your back leg's going to follow. Just like Jeremiah does. Forward, forward. So you can see as he's stopping, he's still nice and sturdy. His legs aren't closing up. What I mean by closing up is having your legs closed like so. You're not becoming narrow where your back leg is traveling in the same line as your front leg. You're still staying with that base, a nice line down the middle as if you're splitting yourself down in half. If I say back, it's the opposite. Your back leg goes first, your front leg follows. Perfect. And again, what you don't want to forget about is your hands. As you're traveling, you don't want to start moving and your hands are dropping because then you become very vulnerable to the face. You want to keep the guard up nice and high, remembering that our body moves as one, not in different bits. So as I go forward, my hands stay up. As I go back, my hands stay up. On my command, follow Jeremiah. When I say forward, you go forward, back, forward, back. I'm gonna join you. Let's see if you can keep up with me now. Back, back, forward, forward, back. Yeah, see, I was testing. Listen to my voice, Here we go again. Back, back, forward, 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 back, back, forward, back. You right? You sure? Forward, back, and time, relax. So that's literally the first steps to movements. So now we're gonna move on to moving left and moving right. So whichever direction I say, simply that's the foot that moves first. So if I say left, it's left foot first. If I say right, that's right foot first. Again, back in our stance with our guard up. Excellent. Feet shoulder width apart, nice angles. Make sure we've got a line that splits us right down the middle, nice and balanced. We're not directly behind each other. With our feet directly behind each other, we've got a nice solid base. All right, so if I say left, what's gonna happen is you're gonna take your left foot first, your left foot will lead, your right foot will follow. Simple as. Well, you wanna make sure that your feet don't line up. So when you step left, your right foot doesn't line up, to make sure you're standing on one line. You wanna keep a nice solid base with your front foot forward and your right foot or your back foot at a 45-degree angle. Very simple. Check, make sure that you've got a nice solid base. So spread that leg over. Good, that's better. All right, so we're gonna move to the right now. So right, step, stop. Left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, forward. Watch that back leg, forward. Good, back, 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 forward, back. That's simple stuff. So that's step 1 and 2. So we've got our forward and back motions, we've got our left and right motion. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. This is where we start to separate the dancers from the non-dancers. So we're going to bring in something called the pivot. The pivot, simply on the road, as someone's walking towards us, naturally we'll step out the way, just to give them a bit of space, to give ourselves a bit of space. But what we're going to do with the pivots now, we're going to imagine someone's walking towards us. We're going to step out the way with our front leg, and we're going to spin backwards to turn and face, and we end up in exactly the same stance that I taught you right at the beginning. Watch me again. We've got our guard up, chin down. Imagine someone's walking towards us. We step out, open up our base, spin backwards, and we turn and face. Now, if your left side is dominant and you've got your left side back and your right side forward, it works exactly the same way. We step out and we turn and face, and we end up back in the same position. So watch me again. We step out with our right leg, spin backwards, we turn and face. We end up back in our same stance. We're going to do it together. Start up with our guard up, feet planted. I'm going to do it with my left side dominant, so my left side's behind. Jeremiah's going to do it with his right side behind. When I say pivot, we're going to do it in 2 steps. We're going to step out, step, spin backwards. You can see Jeremiah and I were facing each other. Now we're going to do it again. We're going to step out, spin backwards, we're facing the back. Still checking our stance, making sure our feet aren't lined up. We're not crossing over, we're not doing spins and things like that. We always want to keep our eyes on our opponent. So again, we step out, turn and face. Again, still facing my opponent. Last time, we step out, turn and face, and we're back where we started. If it gets a little bit complicated for you, a simple way to remember is just spinning back. Again, spinning back. So your back leg does all the work. Your front leg, all it's there to do is just to give you a bit of room. We're gonna add it all in. We've got our guard up, We're adding a little bit of bounce if you feel comfortable too. We're going to step forward, we're going to step left, we're going to step back, we're going to step right, then we're going to pivot. Remember, 2-step motion, step, turn and face. Again, we're going to go forward, back, left, right, and again, pivot, 2-step motion, step, turn and face. And again, forward, back, pivot, step, turn and face. Last time, pivot, step, turn and face. Jeremiah and I, we come from a Thai boxing background. So this movement is very popular in Thai boxing in terms of coming towards our opponents, moving away from our opponents, and avoiding quick striking or quick movements forward to us. So now we're going to give you a bit of time to freestyle. When I say freestyle, you don't have to complicate it and turn it into a dance. It's very simple. Just moving around the space that you have at home, moving forward and moving back, just practicing a nice rhythm, forward and backwards, keeping our feet 1 foot forward, 1 foot 45 degrees, nice solid base, nice line down the middle, stepping to our left, turning and pivoting forward, practicing that pivot. Just remember, always go backwards. Why you don't want to go forward is sometimes we can end up switching stance and ended up clashing with our opponent. So spinning backwards. You'll get to a stage where you keep practicing, it just becomes normal. So you can pick up the pace, you can move, you can step a bit more, you can add a bit of a bounce. But for now, just very simple. You can do this while you're brushing your teeth in the morning, looking yourself in the mirror. You can do it while you're cooking at home, using your squatting to pick up some stuff, coming back up. You know what you're doing, you're practicing your self-defense. Use your time to practice, put together. Like I said, we come from a Thai boxing background, so this is something that's used very effectively in Thai boxing. Next session we start to bring in some striking, but for now, practice your movements.